I'm back at the end. This one was a bit of a strange story compared to other ones that I've shared before. I feel like I've been falling into this trap of doing like only love stories, which I think a lot of people enjoy, but sometimes it's nice to do something really weird. And I think that this was it. I think that this is one of the strangest ones I've created, but let me know in the comments, you know, what is the strangest one in your opinion? Because a lot of you have said Affair with the Maid, but I think that this one was just so strange, and I think a lot of it was because I didn't even decide what the plot was actually going to be until I was like midway through, and I probably shouldn't admit that, but it was actually really fun to make and it was fun to see where it went. So I hope that it was understandable but strange at the same time. There was a twist at the end, because you're kind of supposed to think all the way through that the father's really bad. Like, I mean, it's only a short kind of story. It's not as long as my other ones, but yeah, like the original plot of it, or like the beginning bit at least, is the father being a pretty bad guy, and you kind of repulsed him a bit. A little, well, it's not like too dark or anything. I didn't want to make it too horrible because it is, well, it's supposed to look like the aliens have been like kidnapped and trapped in the basement. But then you find out later that that's not actually the case, and it's all a, if I know, no, it goes, it goes from the father, actually capturing supervillains, and then you find out that they're not supervillains, that it's all a massive scheme, and now she's part of the space program, etc. Like, welcome on board. So that happened. It was, yeah, again, like interesting for me to make. I don't know if this was enjoyable for anyone else, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I'm trying not to like over explain it at the end, because I think that it's always nice to like have your own like sort of idea about what happens, because sometimes when I don't explain these stories too much, I get like other people's interpretations of them in the comments, and it's always really interesting. I mean, sometimes people get it massively wrong, but sometimes it's like, oh, I should have gone with that idea, you know, it's so much better than what I originally had. So yeah, let me know what you thought of it. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll be creating a lot more of these. Any suggestions I really appreciate in the comments, because I have been taking a lot of notes down, and something that a lot of you have wanted was just more of a variety rather than like love stories and happiness. Some storylines maybe could be a little bit darker than others, and I could like touch on some serious stuff. Not that this is at all serious. And I'm sorry that there's been a bit of a delay in my videos at the moment. A lot of you will know it's because I've been moving and I've been going through a pretty nasty time at home, I guess. I don't want to go into too much detail. I've spoken about it very briefly on Twitter and Instagram, just the fact that like I've moved out of my house and stuff, and things like aren't okay at the moment. But that's really all I'm like going into detail with, and yeah, that's obviously got in the way of like my content and like me creating it because I've moved and all that. But not an excuse. I've used that excuse before, because like when I first moved to the UK, I was like, hey, I've moved, and I was using that excuse for like 2 months. Like, yeah, that's why I'm not uploading. But no, this is actually it, and also I'm off to the US. But I will have videos out, and everything will be back to normal in the next like week or so, with like, I'm gonna say like 2 videos a week, not daily. Can you imagine if I made these daily? That would just be mad, and I'd be so stressed, but I'd probably be really quick at them. Maybe I will, no, in fact, let's not hold me to that. Maybe in the very far future, we might have these daily. But yeah, remember to leave your suggestions in the comments below, because they always help, and I love reading through your suggestions and seeing what you want me to come up with next and create. And of course, I will give credit if I see a really cool idea and all that. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one.